Melano chop and extend. Hopefully it's not gonna melanochrysum again. It's a scary time. We are chopping up my melano and extending it. I have been dreading doing this for a while and I forgot to film the intro, so that's why they're already split. But my melano was really tall. The moss poles were reaching the top of the windowsill and that was damaging, as you can see, the new leaf coming out because it was literally stuck at the top of the windowsill. So I moved it to a separate place, but it didn't get very much light there. And this does need a lot of light. My internodes got really, really long. If you look here, there's like 2 leaves on one moss pole. So that's not a lot. So I cut the stem 2 days ago, so that it could dry out a little bit, as Jan teaches us, Sydney Plant Guy. If you don't know, this method is basically his idea. The first step in the chop and extend is to get a moss pole to extend the melano with, and that I don't have. And the company that I used to work with doesn't make them anymore, and the supplies to make them myself are hard to find, like the plastic backings. I don't know where to buy yet. So I've decided to take one from the plant that's hiding in the back here. This, can I show you properly, is my majestic, and we are not taking it off the top because look, it also needs an extension. I left one cutting on as like a little experiment, and that's growing a really big leaf now, so that's not happening. But at the bottom, can I show you out without hurting the leaf at the top? At the bottom, okay, wait, maybe like this. We have 2, see? 2 next to each other. So I'm going to try and take the side thing off in order to get it, ow, 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 get it free so that I can use it for the melano. This is not easy, but we're trying. Okay, let's see. Maybe it's actually easier to show you this way. So here, there's 2. I'm gonna take this one off, hopefully, so it's free. Because there is just, oh, sorry, slapped you in the face. There is just 1 stem on this one. It was the top cutting of the previous top, and I guided it, I don't know if you can see here, I guided it onto the other moss pole that it's rooted into now.
Just to explain this a little bit more, I didn't want to lose all the smaller plants that were at the bottom of the moss pole when at the top I only had the main big plant. So that's why I did this little trick. It's very clumsy, but it does work.
So my plan is to take the moss pole apart so that the stem will still stay there. We're not chopping the stem, but it will just float around here instead of using this moss pole, which I need. Step 1, cut open the riptides with a gardening tool. This is the, oh, I'm gonna ruin my nails for this, aren't I? Uh-oh, say goodbye to the pretty nails. This I found is the best tool for it because you can cut along the plastic backing into the tie wrap and not ruin your knives and your scissors. I would film a close-up, but then I'm probably gonna cut into my hand. Wait, maybe I can try for this. So we have the thingy. I just cut along. Ha! Okay, I managed to film it up close. I'm happy with that. Wasn't as easy as I thought with one hand. Okay, I think almost a whole, one more. Okay, one more. And then it's open. Taking the backing off will definitely help. Oh, I need to cut the other side as well. Okay. So my plan was if I cut it open on one side, I can see what the roots are like and if I need to cut the metal grate or if I can just pull a little bit and the other side can stay closed, depending on how rooted it is. It is pretty rooted on this side. Let's see, the top, those roots look dead, so I can just rip them out. And that's free. This one is rooted. Okay, this is very rooted. So one of two options, you can loosen up the moss and pull the roots through, or you can cut open the metal grate a little bit, which I got a little tangetje for, speaking Dutch to you, so that you can just slide it out. And I think that would be easier than loosening it all up. Can you see what I'm doing? Should I try and do a close-up cam again? So just cutting this open. I think I have to do 3 on this side in order to get it out properly. And this is what is ruining the nails because they are sharp. Not the nails, well, 2, the nails too, but the bits of metal are sharp. And they're ruining it. Wait, okay, wait. Did I think this through? Not necessarily, but I really need a moss pole. I just got my boyfriend, just got my boyfriend to help me with doing it, the melano, and I really feel like I need the help, even if it's just holding the plant up, because I don't have enough hands for it, because it's such a long moss pole. Oh, the leaf keeps being in the frame and then not focusing. Third one. No, there's one more. Shit. Oh, and it's connected to the other moss pole, which we need to cut open. How? I don't know exactly. Yep. Okay, see how they're coming apart? Is this what you expected for a chop and extend? I know Jans don't show this because he has plenty of moss pole supplies, I think. And I do not. Now, of course, this moss pole is going to be slightly damaged, so it will be less stable, but I'm okay with that. There's one more for the hole to get out. Come on. Okay. We're getting it. We're getting it. One moss pole as ordered, and I'm going to leave the moss just here because it lives in the bathroom anyway, so I think it'll be fine. Maybe I can fold this down a little bit like this. Ta-da! Okay, we did it. This looks like this now. Messy, but that's okay. This one can continue growing. It's gonna fall over. I probably have to put it back in the corner where it lives. But now we have this moss pole free. See here, this metal is cut open, but I can tie rip it back together a little bit. I think it'll be fine. Definitely less stable. I should maybe put a moss pole, a bamboo stake into the moss pole once it's up, but we have one! Yay! Okay, step 1 was a lot longer than I expected.
Step 2 is to put the extension part of the moss pole together again. So adding the moss and then using tie rips to close it off properly again and maybe make it a little bit more stable where the holes were, cutting off the excess plastic of the tie rips, and then it's ready to go.
Okay, Geert is here with me because I need extra hands.
So, just holding a plant here, nothing to see.
I wanted to prepare by cutting some of the tie rips open, and then the whole moss pole already started collapsing. So he's holding it up now, but it's loose. We're gonna try and take it apart. I think we can just... So the roots are definitely down a little bit, but we're pulling. Okay. Okay, we did it. That was it. Very good helper. So now I can actually make a video with this because it looks so good. I'm gonna pot this back up, extend in a second. Ooh, and kill the thrips. Hello. A moment of appreciation for how beautiful melano is. And maybe my nails. This last leaf got really fat. This new leaf got a little bit brown and stuck. while coming out, but it still came out, so I'm happy with that. And then you can see the new point here, which is
Still growing from a petiolar sheath.
but hopefully if we move this onto a moss pole again, extend the moss pole, then it's gonna switch back to caterpillar soon. I noticed there's a little clippy on here that it does not want to focus on, but it's being like there's a hole in the plant from it, so I just removed it. But there's a hole in the stem. Sorry, Melano. CJ. Sorry, CJ. I didn't film this part. I always forget. But I stuck a bamboo stake through the piece of moss pole that we are keeping. See at the bottom there, too, behind me. So that it's going to be a little bit more stable and the new one cannot fall over.
Dat is echt leuk hobby, hè?
We're both... Hey, you left the door open! We're both doing our hobbies today. I'm closing the door a little bit. So both of us are running around needing each other's help and ideas. So I chose to do a better angle because I had to film the intro. But now you can see the bamboo stake better as well. And at the bottom here, it's coming out just a little bit to help it stabilize in the pot. Why is it not focusing? It's a bit thicker than I would like, but I didn't have anything else. And I wanted to show the internodes because I said that already, but look how long this internode is. Here is the leaf and then here is the next one, which is not ideal because then it's going to need more moss pole extensions very quickly. This one doesn't have a leaf, this node, so it's a little bit less long.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting your
No,
video.
show off your surfboard for a second.
No.
Or is it still a secret?
That's a secret.
He's doing a secret new project. On his own channel, if you don't know, he has a surfboard channel where he builds all sorts of surfboards from wood and epoxy, but also 3D printed several. So next step is to extend this moss pole with the stake going in. Should we just do that now? And then to pot it up as well. But okay, extension. It's gonna be messy because we're sticking it through the moss. Perfect. What I didn't do yet is cut open the bottom part for the extension. I always cut this open. You can extend it by going on the outside, but then if you water, it can leak through here. So I like to go on the inside. So we cut this open. Wait, I'm gonna just do it as I tell you, because that makes more sense. So cut these open. Come on. Yes. 1, 2. Okay, I need my 2 hands for this next part. So now I need to fill up the moss a little bit, as you can see here. I'm just grabbing some from my supply out of frame. And then we slide this part on the inside. And now it's not that easy because we have to cut new holes to connect them probably. Because of course the holes that are in there don't line up. They never do. So we have a hole cutter. And now I kind of need my boyfriend again. Geert. People, Geert, if you don't know yet. So we are attaching, come hier staan. We are attaching this. You know what to do, you've done this before. We cut a hole, we put the thing through, and we cut more holes. Yes?
Yes.
We've done this before. Okay, so on this side there's already a few holes that we can use. Mag een nieuw gat zijn, hè?
ASMR.
En nog geen gaatje. Ja, perfect.
I look like a professional handyman. Oh, I am. Ready?
Yes. Aan de binnenkant. Aan de binnenkant.
I'm sorry, I fucked it up.
You fucked it up a little bit, mate.
Fucked it up real bad, mate.
Nee, niet real bad. Maar hij moet aan de binnenkant. Zo gaat het.
ASMR.
Oké. Pretty sturdy. Thank you. Nu moeten we hem alleen nog oppotten. How about this? No. Maybe if I go here. Maybe I should just be further away. Is that Jan's trick? Be further away from the screen? But now I need my boyfriend's hands again. Maybe I don't. A little bit in the back so it doesn't fall over too much. Maybe. We'll see. And I use the see-through pot so we can see if it actually starts to root into the pot. It's pretty balanced.
Heb je mij nog nodig?
I guess not.
Zo'n klein potje.
Yeah, it doesn't have any roots. So that's why it has a small pot. Perfect! We did it! Okay. This is adorable. So, we have a little pot with a chunky mix. Then we have this leaf, which is beautiful. This leaf. This leaf. Then this one was a little bit damaged coming out. Then the one that was more chunky, more wide. It starts to get the little inner thing. And then the new very damaged leaf. And then it has a bunch of space to grow. And I can extend it one more time before it reaches the top of the windowsill. This is going back into my south-facing window. Hopefully it's going to shorten the internodes and make this plant really, really happy. Also, I'm gonna water it, even though, do I need to water it? Not really, there's no roots in there yet. But I am gonna use a little plant Velcro to attach this stem to the moss pole because the clippies I used, the stem is just too thick. It's not good anymore. So, oh, we still have to check in on the base plant, what we're gonna do with that. The base plant, there's 2 moss poles in here, so preferably I would like to gain another moss pole from this, although it looks to be really well rooted. I don't know if it comes across in this light. So let's see. Are you? Yes. I thought maybe these are not so rooted, but all of them seem to be. So I have to decide, because if I keep this like this, it's going to grow from here, but then it will need an extension again. I can cut it up since they're all really well rooted and try and grow them as cuttings for family members. I don't know what to do. What would you do with these? It looks really beautiful, but it's very impractical because first of all, I don't have that much space in my house. Second, it's gonna outgrow the moss pole within the first probably leaf that it grows. And I need the moss pole pieces. So I'm gonna leave this for now until I read your comments. I don't know when that will be, so maybe that's not the case. But I will be enjoying reading your comments. I don't know what to do with this. Maybe I should put an Instagram. I'm gonna make an Instagram video to ask advice on what to do with this because I need advice now, and it will also be a short, so you get to answer as well on here, but on the shorts part of things, I guess that's it for now. That's a very climactic ending. I guess I'll hold this when I say thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know, this feels unfinished. Often I do an update because this is gonna take a while before I post it. And maybe I'll include an update to say how it's going right now, and then I'll do the end. What do you think? But either way, thank you so much for being here. consider subscribing if you enjoy planty content, because I am planning to keep making more. Also, how do you like my little pin? I don't know if you noticed earlier in the video, but I have a little Clarinervium variegata leaf on my shirt. That's the only way I can grow Clarinervium, so very happy to have it as a pin from my friend Maud. Okay, bye.
The following day.
Hello. So I posted the reel yesterday and I got a lot of feedback on it. Thank you so much. And a lot of people said just build your own moss pole. It's not that hard. And the thing is, the sourcing of the plastic is what apparently is an issue, which I understood from the company that I used to get them from. But I haven't really looked into it myself yet. So I'm gonna. I would prefer fully clear plastic. That's even better. But from discussing things in the comments, I realized I'm going to chop this up. I could put both of them in the same pot, but then the shape would be kind of awkward. I think I said that already when I was filming the previous bit, but we're gonna chop this up. So let's see if the camera will show properly. If I can even see what I'm doing. Okay, cut. No, this doesn't work. It's not going very well. Can you see this? No? Maybe? And as you can see, I am cutting out a little piece of the stem. This is so that it can actually dry. Because if you just cut, sometimes they're still touching and then it can't really dry out properly. So I cut little bits out. Some of them are not that stable on the moss pole, so that's actually good news for if I want to take them off. Because taking them off can be... Wait, you have to look down a little bit more. Taking them off can be quite a hassle if you try to keep the roots in one piece. I don't know if I'll be able to show you this part properly, but you saw a few. Okay. It looks a little bit sad with the leaves hanging all the different ways, but in the near future, I'm going to be taking the moss poles apart and detangle the moss from the roots so that we don't have to cut these moss poles open. We just carefully take the roots through the holes. And then I'll have 2 whole moss poles, or maybe I will leave the base plant. It doesn't have any leaves right now, you can't see, but maybe I'll leave the base plant on the base moss pole for my mom or something, so that she has something to work with. But I'll figure that out in the next step. For now, I'm happy with this decision. So thank you all for commenting.
2 weeks later.
Hello, here is the promised update. I did my nails for you, by the way, and I put the weird stick-on ones on. So it feels very unlike me, but it was easy for this video. So first of all, I took the moss pole base apart based on all the comments and also what fit my house and my needs. So this, first of all, looks adorable. These are 3 cuttings that I took off one part of the moss pole that was pretty well rooted. I popped them in soil and I'm hoping they're going to grow from here, and then I can give one to my mom and maybe other family or friends, whoever wants a melano. It looks so nice though like this. I wish they would grow like this because it's sitting in the kitchen and I love how it looks. The second part of the moss pole, this is the base part. I did open up to take apart, but I haven't done that yet because I had something when I was doing the other part. I think I'm gonna take this apart as well. I just haven't done it yet. And the base plant is actually already starting to grow. I was just about to say, usually the base plant is the fastest one to grow. You can see there, a little growth point. So that's exciting. But yeah, this is not very practical because I can't water it properly anymore either. The moss is very dry, so I have to take this apart soon. The main one came from behind you in the windowsill, and it's looking really good. So this, I already showed you last time. There's a new leaf. Oh, shit. Almost popped my nail off. This is how the top looks, and there's still a bit of space for it to grow. This was the last leaf, a little bit damaged as I showed you already. And now we have a new leaf again that's growing. It kind of got stuck a little bit here, see? So that's why I watered the moss pole recently, just to make sure that it keeps hydrated, and a little bit higher humidity in the moss pole, that will help as well. I'm keeping an eye on it. Hopefully this will come out properly. And here you can see the little plant Velcro that I used to attach it to the moss pole, no longer with the clippies to not damage the stem. And one thing I didn't say, which was part of my consideration of where to cut it, is that this, oh, it's dripping all over the floor. This was folded over a while back, and the stem looks a little bit, the leaves don't want to stay to the side. The stem looks a little bit damaged, but I feel like, oh, hit it on the ceiling. I feel like it's happy enough. It continued growing quite a bit after that, so I am not too worried about it, but I am keeping an eye on it, and in the future, if I propagate it again, I will be happy to cut that part away, just to make sure that it is super happy. And I think maybe I'll put more than one on a moss pole, just to get it to be a little bit more full, especially if the internodes stay this long. Hopefully with the southern window, they will become smaller, decrease. But yeah, I might pop another cutting on here somehow. I just have to figure out how, with how I did it now. I can't put another one on, but I will figure it out. I think that's it. I'm thinking, am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing something. If you still have questions, please let me know in the comments. I will be doing this again soon with a huge glorious that I have upstairs as well. So if you enjoy seeing videos like this, let me know as well, because I don't have to film it, of course. And lots of other content coming up as well. Caladiums. Still have a cactus video that I filmed in August last year that I still have to put together. And I want to restart the renovation series because our beautiful cabinet is fully done. And I want to share that part, like all the renovation parts, so that's coming up soon as well. And I still have some yoga classes that I can release. Also some ones in Dutch. If anyone is interested in that, let me know please in the comments, because I am Dutch after all. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Look at that long nail. It's horrible. Subscribe below if you haven't already. You can leave a nice comment. I always enjoy reading your comments, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. Big hugs. Bye.